What happens if the bank refuses to accept your power of attorney? This is one of those situations that catches people completely off guard because, from their perspective, they did everything right. They met with an attorney, they signed the documents, they have a power of attorney in place. So when something happens and a family member steps in, they expect it to work. And then the bank says no. Now, that's a frustrating moment because the whole point of having a power of attorney is to avoid problems like this. So, why does it happen? There are a few common reasons. Sometimes the document is older and the bank is hesitant to rely on it because maybe it doesn't match up with current laws. Sometimes the language in the document doesn't clearly grant the authority the bank is looking for. And sometimes the bank just has its own internal policies and requirements. Each institution has its own risk management approach, and they're trying to protect themselves from liability. So even though your document may be legally valid, they may still decide not to accept it. Now think about what that looks like in real life. A family member is trying to step in and help. They're trying to access an account, pay bills, or manage finances, and now they're being told they don't have the authority to do it. And in that moment, they're stuck. So what happens next? Often the next step is to hire an attorney to write a letter to persuade the bank to accept the power of attorney, or maybe it's to have to go to court and maybe even have someone formally appointed under a conservatorship, which is exactly what the power of attorney was supposed to avoid. I've seen families in this situation, and it adds a layer of stress that could have been prevented. Now, can this be completely eliminated? Not always, but it can be significantly reduced. A well-drafted power of attorney is designed with these issues in mind. It includes clear, specific authority, it's kept up to date, and it's structured in a way that's more likely to be accepted by financial institutions. There are also practical steps you can take. Sometimes that includes coordinating with your bank ahead of time or making sure your documents are accessible and current. Because again, the goal isn't just to have documents, the goal is to make sure they actually work when your family needs them. And this is a perfect example of that. It's not about theory, it's about real world functionality and making sure your plan holds up when it matters most.